श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि श्रीवासरंग परकाल मुनित्रयाप्त लक्ष्मात्मरक्षण इत्योगागमान्तम् आचार्य भक्ति परिपूत मलर्कशीलं गोपाल देशिक मुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्ते पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे. The Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram is an all-powerful, all-fruits granting stotram. It's a very powerful stotram. There are several benefits reciting out of the chanting or contemplation of Vishnu Sahasranama. Chanting the 1,000 names of Vishnu is extremely beneficial. By reciting Vishnu Sahasranama, all our papams get destroyed. Whoever recites Vishnu Sahasranama, all the troubles in life go away and he gets better, he gets well-being. Without our knowledge, our life goes on the uphill. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranama brings wealth, prosperity, financial progress, success in life, health, fortune, promotions, education, and along with this he becomes the owner of, the possessor of the divine bliss, the joy, the calmness, mental well-being, the prosperity, everything. If you are suffering from any illness, even that gets cured. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranam does not prevent nightmare, but it completely gets rid of the Duswapna Nashana. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranam keeps the mind calm. If any family is facing any problem, whether the old people on the deathbed or suffering from illnesses or childlessness, people would like to have a child, recite Vishnu Sahasranam regularly. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranam keeps a person's mind peaceful. So every name of Lord Vishnu increases the internal strength, power, energy. Even the planetary position, the grahams, they say the Shukran is there, Buddhan is there, Shani is there. Don't bother about it. If you chant Vishnu Sahasranam, all the planetary positions bring bliss, happiness. If a child is weak in studies, unable to focus, concentrate, chant Vishnu. He should chant the Vishnu Sahasranama. Of course, he should also study, but that will increase the concentration power. So chanting increases everything, and it also gives the better life in the next upper world, Sadgati, the moksha, the salvation, get rid of any future birth and death. So anyway, without much ado, we will get into the 102nd sloka of Vishnu Sahasranama. Adhara nilayo data pushpaha saprajagaraha urdvaka sappatacharaha pranada pranava panaha. Adhara nilayam, he is the nilayam, the abode, the residence of those who support the world through their righteous dharmic actions. So he is the adharam from all sides, in all aspects he is the adharam. So he is the support of all those who are considered the support of the world. We think that the devatas, the Brahma, Rudra, Indra, sun, moon, whatever, the Panchabhutams, he is the support for all of that. So Parasara Bhatta gives the example of Prahlada, Vibhishana, Pandavas, whose dharmic life, the righteous conduct in life, is an example for us, and they serve as the support of the world to follow. They are our role model for us, and Bhagavan is the abode of such pious people. And that's what Parasara Bhatta says. Varna, because there is a Vishnu Smriti which says, Varnashrama Achara Paraha Santa Shastraika Tatparaha Tvam Dare Dharavishyanti Teshu Tvat Bharam Ahitam. O Mother Earth, the Bhumi Pirati, those who strictly adhere to the Varnashrama Dharma, the rules of conduct stipulated in different caste, different birth, different ashrama, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, and they scrupulously follow the path, the dictates of the sastrams, are your support, and on them your burden rests to the earth. Bhumi Pirati is carried by those people, those dharmic people. So the emphasis is adherence to the Dharma Shastrams. When we are supposed to do Trikala Sandhya Vandanam, we are to do Trikala Sandhya Vandanam. If we don't do, it becomes a burden to the earth. So the interpretation is Bhagavan is the abode of those that support the earth through their dharmic life. This is a unique concept of our Sanatana Sampradaya. So even the Alvars, they say, Trimangai Alvar talks about it. Nammalvar talks about it in Periya Tiruvandadi. Puviyum Iruvishambum Nin Agattane Yen Sheviyin Vali Pugundu Yen Nullai Avivindri Yan Periyan Ni Periyai Yen Badanai Yar Arivar Un Parugu Nemiyai Un Parugu Nemiyai. It is true that you support everything, including the world, O Lord. The sky, the earth, the space, everything you support. But you have entered into me in my heart. And now I am supporting you inside me, inside my heart. Now you tell me whether you are supporting me or I am supporting you. You are bigger one and I am the bigger one. You tell me, Emperiman, with the chakra that brings the blood of your enemies. So the above Pasaram of Alvar supports that Bhagavan has as his residence the heart and mind of the devotees who follow the Varnashrama Dharma. So Sri Shankaracharya explained this Nama that Bhagavan support the Panchabhutams, the 5 elements. And even Atharva Vedam says, I hold the supreme because of which the sun rises, the sun sets, and the rest. Nothing surpasses the supreme will. So, this is the Adhara Nilayo, Data. Data means one who created the universe. Da, to produce. Da, to lay upon. He supports and he sustains the universe. Here, Parasara Bhatta derives the interpretation. He is the creator. He supports. Even Bhagavad Gita, Parasara Bhatta quotes from Bhagavad Gita. Name partha asti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanapaptam avaptavyam varta yevacha karmani. In 3rd chapter 22nd Slokam, he says, Name partha asti kartavyam. For me, Arjuna, there is nothing I need to do in this 3 world. He doesn't have to do any karma. He is the Lord, not like us. We are supposed to do what is destined to be done by us as a karma. Krishna says, there is nothing I need to do in all 3 worlds which needs to be done. There is anything if that has not been acquired or ought to be acquired by me. Yet I go on working as an example to others, as explained in the next sloka. So he is the one who drove the chariot, who brought the horses to the water to make it drink. He fed the horses after the battle was over, the day's work was over. He took care of the cow and cattle when he was a cowherd boy. So he supports the world through his teachings in Vedas, in Gita, through his own code of conduct, during the avatarams. So, Adhara Nilayo Dhata. Dhata, Sri Shankaracharya mentions that he is the one for whom there is no other support except himself. Swatmana Trishtasya Asya Anyo Dhatana Asti Iti Adhata. As an alternative, Shankara, he who drinks all beings during the time of Pralayam. So, he is Dhata. Also, Nanmuga Kadavulai Shariramaga Kondavar. One who has the Brahma as the part of his body. So, they are all there only to serve Emberiman. Pushpahasaha. He is like the bloom of a flower. The flower when it blooms, so beautiful to look at, so divine to look at. It is so blissful to look at the flower blooming, just like the baby laughing, smiling at you, just like the nature. So, Pushpa Vikasane, to open, to blow. This nama signifies the pleasing nature of Bhagavan towards his devotees. Pushpahasaha. When Lord Nrsimha tore open the chest of Hiranyakashipu with severe ferocity, anger, wilderness, and killed Hiranyakashipu. He was so angered by the Bhagavata apacharam done by Hiranyakashipu on his ardent, darling devotee Prahlada. Even though Prahlada was Hiranyakashipu's son, he put him into so much torture. So Lord was so angered by that. But at the same time, when he looked at or gazed at Prahlada, he was like a Mandasmitam. He was like a flower blooming. Kadir Madiyam Pol Muhattan, Andal says in Tirupavai. Kadir Madiyam Pol Muhattan. Kadir, the sun. Madiyam, the moon. He has got a face that is like the sun as well as the moon. How could it be both? The sun, the scorching, whereas the moon, cool, beautiful. Towards the enemies, he is scorching heat. Towards the aptas, the devotees, the ashritas, the sharanagatas, he is so cool and calm. So here, Pushpahasaha. Here one needs to know it's an illustration of his flower-like tenderness. The tenderness is particularly reserved for his Bhagavatas, Bhaktas. Sri Parasara Bhattar Vyakyanam, he draws the parallel between the interface of Bhagavan and his devotees on one hand, and the flower and the tenderness on the other. For his devotees, having his divine feet on their head, at their head, adorning their heads, is like having a soft flower on their heads. His lotus feet are soft to touch. Bhagavan whole Tirumeni is soft. Saukumaryam, Niratisaya Saukumaram, Niratisaya Saugandham. So just like the flower is so soft, the flowers blossom on seeing the sun. Bhagavan is delighted when he sees the devotees. He says, Jnani Twatmaiva me matam. The Jnani, the devotees are his Atma. We say Bhagavan is Antaratma for us. But he says the Jnani is the Atma for him. Adithalamum Tamaraye, Am Kaigalum Pankayame, Yengindralal, Kudithalamum Purpunum, Yen Nenjatul Agaladi Yengindralal, Vaditadam Kanmalar, Avalo Maria, Agattu Vullirupal Yengindralal, Kadikamalam Kal Vugakum, Kannapuratta Ammane Kandal Kolo, Periya Tirumali, Tirumangayalvar so beautifully enjoys Bhagavan's Tirumeni as Pushpahasan, as the flower. His feet are soft like the lotus flower. His hands with which he picks us up when he surrenders at his feet. When we fall at his feet, he picks our shoulders and takes us in near him like a soft flower. His feet are like the soft lotus flower. He embraces softly, and the divine beauty of his Tirumukham, Tirumudi, the Kritam, the divine ornaments we get to enjoy all the time is something which will never ever thought. We will never ever get satisfied by looking at him. This Emperuman is waiting for us in the Divya Kshetram in Trikkannapuram, which is full of fragrant lotus flowers. So here, so beautifully, here Alvar describes Lord's eyes, lotus feet, hands. So, Katturaikil, Tamarai, Nin Kan Padam Kai Ova. He says, if I compare you to the lotus flower, it's no way match. The moment I think of, it's completely unmatched. Your eyes, your lotus feet, your limbs, your palms, your Tirumeni is way above the lotus flower. Sri Shankaracharya interprets this as the buds of flowers blossom forth. He has blossomed forth in the form of the universe. Prajagraha, he who is awake day and night. So here we have Adhara Nilayodata Pushpahasa Prajagaraha. Prajagaraha, he who is awake in the day as well as in the night for the protection of the devotee. He seems to be closing his eyes, having yoga nidra, but he is not. He is always awake. There is no tamasa gunam for him. We are bound by darkness, the tamasa gunam, the mode of darkness, and hence we have to sleep for 7 to 8 hours, if not in the afternoon also a couple of hours. But for him there is no need to sleep. He who is awake day and night to protect his devotees, like a farmer always intent on protecting his crops. He gives the mantra from Kathopanishad. Parasara Bhatta says, Ya yeshu sukteshu jagarti kamamam kamam purusho nirmimanaha. Kathopanishad. The Purusha, the Supreme Lord, keeps awake while others, the individual Jivatmas, are asleep, creating through his eternal willpower. When we sleep, who makes our heart function? Who makes our lungs breathe? When we get up, what is the surety that we will wake up? It is He who takes a sankalpam to protect us during our sleep. Sri Shankaracharya interprets as the one who is ever awake. That's part of his nature. Bhagavan is not affected by the sleep because it is a result of tamoguna. Urdvagaraha. So, Prajagaraha, Urdvaga, Satpatacharaha, Urdvagaha. He who rises high, Urdva means rises vertically. He rises high. And he makes the devotees rise high to go to Sri Vaikuntham. If you perform Sharanagati, if you are having unflinching, unconditional faith in him and say, you are the one who needs to protect me, Akinchanaha Ananyagatihi Sharanyat Utpadamolam Sharanam Prapadye. I am utterly helpless. I have no other recourse other than you, and I surrender to your feet. He will take care of us. He will take us to Sri Vaikuntham by himself. Urdhva means above, one who rises high. Parasara Bhatta says, continuation of his explanation from the previous one. He who sleeplessly protects his creation. He devotes himself to the task of Rakshana, even without sleep. He aims high in whatever he does. Urdhvagaha. So, Urdhvagaha means Uyarvara Uyarnalam Udayavan Yavan. He who possesses auspicious qualities that cannot at all be matched, cannot at all be surpassed. Sri Shankaracharya mentions that he is Sarvesham Upari Tishtan Urdhva Gaha. He who stands above everyone, above all. He is the Supreme Lord. Tottramain Indra Sudare Toilalai. Tripavai Andal says he is the primordial chief. So, Urdhvagaha Sat Patacharaha, one who leads his devotees in the right path, one who follows the path of Dharma in his avataram. Sat Patacharaha, one who leads his devotees in the right path. Sri Parasara Bhattar mentions in terms of the benefits to his devotee through his Kalyana Gunams, through his auspicious attribute. In Varaha Avataram, he says, Aham smarami madbhaktam nayami paramam gati. I myself will remember the bhakta who has performed Sharanagati when he was normal, when he was young, when he was having all things under control, when he was healthy. He performed Sharanagati to me at the age of 10, 5, 3, 20, 30, 70, whatever. But when he is lying like a log of wood on the deathbed, completely unconscious, in a coma state, foul smelling, stinky, with urine, everything passing there, even the relatives and the spouses and the children do not want to come near us because we stink. They don't want to come. Perumal says, I will remember you. Aham smarami madbhaktam nayami paramam gatim. Lord Varaha says to Bhumi Pirati, I will remember them if they perform Sharanagati. Sthite manasi suswaste sharire satiyo naraha tatu samya sthite smarta viswarupam cha mamajam tatastam riyamanam tu kashtapashana sannibham aham smarami madbhaktam nayami paramam gatim. When they are lying like a log of wood, kashta pashana sannibha. When they are lying like a log of wood, I would remember them. I myself will take them to my abode, Sri Vaikuntham. They need not remember me. I will remember. Even though we did at a young childhood stage or 20 years back, he would never ever forget. We would have forgotten. Krishna says in 3rd chapter, 22nd Slokam, Name Partha Asti Kartavyam. Same. For me, Arjuna, there is nothing that ought to be done. I will take care of you. I go on working as an example. So, here, then he is the life giver, Pranadaha. He is the life giver for Parikshit. You know, Parikshit was the son of Uttara. Uttara was the wife of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu was the son of Arjuna. We know that story. Abhimanyu was killed in the battle, Kurukshetra battle. Uttara was pregnant. She had the fetus, and Ashwatthama had sent the astram to kill the entire lineage of the Pandavas. And it went, also it attacked the fetus inside the Uttara's womb. And Krishna sent his Chakrayudam, and Chakrayudam protected the Parikshit, the fetus inside the womb from the astram. And when the Parikshit was born, when the baby was born, it was like a charcoal because of the astram's influence, but still not dead. It was charcoal. And one who was supposed to be the brahmachari, Naishtika brahmachari, auspicious brahmachari, who followed brahmacharyam, only could touch the baby and the baby will live. That's what the Maharishi said. And nobody could dare, because everybody had in their mind some lustful thoughts or the other. Nobody could vouch that they were ardent, staunch brahmacharyam. And it was Krishna who touched with his toe, and the baby got up. He was a life giver, Pranadaha. Because of him, we breathe. Even our breathing is because of him. His sankalpam. Pranan tadati kimuva dyati dati kimva pranan vishodayati dapayati iti kimva. So here, he is the giver of prana, the vital air, the taker of prana, the purifier of prana, the enlightener of prana, and is present everywhere in the form of prana, in the form of the Vayu, the air, the supreme deity he is. Lord Vishnu is the Pranadaha in the Shruti Vakyam. It is the Shruti Vakyam. And pranadaha, then we have pranavaha. Pranavah panaha. Pranavaha is who guides the devotee to surrender him with love. Pranavam is the ye, a, u, ma. Pranavam, the three letters a, u, ma is the pranavam, the syllable. That is the essence of all Vedas. It has to be learnt from the Acharya. Detailed Vyakhyanam for this mantra has been taught by the Acharyas to the Sishyas and should be learnt from the Acharya. This mantra essentially reminds us the Jiva Paramatma Sambandham. Jivatma is the supported. Jivatma is supported by the Lord. Akaravachyo Vishnu. There is the secret enshrined in Pranava. The first alphabet A is derived from the word Au, which means to protect in Sanskrit. Akaravachyo Akaro Vishnu Vachakaha. The Nigandu, the etymological meaning, the Sanskrit language dictionary Nigandu says Akaro Vishnu Vachakaha. The alphabet A denotes Vishnu. Ma means man, Manushya. The Jivatma, Ma. And the Wu, the U is the eternally universe, is always for the Vishnu. The man, the Jivatma is always for the Vishnu. Means is always the eternal property of Vishnu. Session of Vishnu. Session means the Udaimai, the property. Like the phone is my property. My son is my property. My car is my property. But this is all because only in this birth my son is my property. Only because I bought this phone, it is my property. Because I bought this car, it is. But whereas between the Lord and us, immemorial, immortal, always, eternal, from beginningless to beginningless, to endless. We are the session. And because we are the Jivatma, we are also servant to him. Shesham can be for matter also, for the Achit also. Like the phone is my property, it has to work for me. It is meant for me. Whereas my son can serve me, even though he will not, but I am just telling for this discussion. My son can serve me, my driver can serve me, my servant can serve me, because he is a dasan as well as the sheshan. So this avu ma means we are only for him and we are for him only and nobody else. Ananyarga sheshatma. We are not for anyone else. It is the unflinching, unconditional service to him. And that is what is the pranava. And that is what is talked about in this. Bhagavan informs the souls, if they can understand, of the perennial bond of relationship existing between himself and the individual soul. And that is the meaning of this nama. Perumal thinks that we don't understand him. We don't want him to be our master. We think that we are the master. We think that we can take care of ourselves. Why should I bother? Why should I serve you? It's like Rama went to Sugriva. First time when Rama met Sugriva, Hanuman brought Rama Lakshmana to Sugriva. Sugriva is the local monkey chief, Sugriva Raja. Even though he was scared of Vali, Vali had taken away his wife, taken away his kingdom. He is scared of Vali. He is living in Rishyamukha Parvatam, the mountain, and he wants to be saved from Vali. He has got his own story. But Rama comes here along with Lakshmana, and then he goes and tells Sugriva, and he lights a fire and takes a vow, a shapatam, a pledge to be friend with him as a Agni Sakshi. And then he says, I had nobody else, Sugriva. I have none to help me. I have nobody else. Can you help me? Rama is telling as if he is performing Sharanagati. I don't have anyone else except you. You take care of me. I'm worried. I'm grief struck. I have problem. You take care of me. Sugriva immediately thinks that he's a great guy, Ayodhya king who has walked into our mountain, and he says, I need to help him. No. I am your dasan. Please take care of me. I surrender to you. I have a problem. My elder brother Vali is there. He needs to be removed. He had taken my wife. You need to take care. He performed Sharanagati. And then of course we know the history. Here, why did Rama go and tell, I have nobody else to take care, you take care of me, I have a problem? Why did he say? Because Sugriva is the Raja. Sugriva is like us. We think that we know everything, we can take care. Who is he to help me? Who is the Lord to help me? So Rama goes and tells Sugriva. He knows Sugriva is in a problem. He knows he needs to ask Sugriva to request him to ask him for help. But Sugriva is the Maharaja of the monkeys there. When Rama comes, Sugriva takes him as a friend. Now he is not going to say, Sugriva is not going to say, before knowing Rama's valor, power, please help me, Vali is there, take care, I need to be taken care. So when Rama offered himself, because you, my dear Sugriva, is another soul suffering, like he is telling me, Madhavakkannan, you are suffering in the samsaric world. You have taken this birth. You need to be saved. You have taken this bhagyam of coming into this human birth. Now, the moment you say, I surrender to you, take care of me, I will save you. I am waiting for you to say that. For that he is provoking Sugriva to say. He said, I am in trouble means I want Sugriva to ask me, so I am in trouble because you are suffering. I want to help you, but you need to ask me, then I will help you. So that just like that, I will not say, no, I know your problem, I will take care of. He would not do that. Then he will have to take the entire Jivatma to Sri Vaikuntham. Everybody. We need to raise our hand, then only he will take care of us. We need to ask, கேளுங்கள் கொடுக்கப்படும் தட்டுங்கள் திறக்கப்படும். We need to ask, then only he would. The lift will automatically take us to the 18th floor, but we need to press the button. We cannot just go inside and stand. Oh lift, take me. No, press the button, make an effort to ask. So that is what is pranavaha. Then pranavaha, panaha. The next one is panaha. Panaha means he who trades his role as master and his devotee and becomes subservient to them. There is a beautiful story. Namadeva was a great devotee of the Pandaripuram, the Pandaripur. So here Namadeva Maharaj was singing bhajans. He was an ardent devotee of the Vittala and the Vittala of Pandarpur. Every year thousands of Varkaris gather in Pandaripur. Lord's names and bhajans were sung. So Namadeva was one of the greatest devotees. And there was a Janabai who was the maid servant in the Namadeva Graham. She wanted to serve him because she had heard his greatness, and she was serving him, sweeping the floor, making kolam, rangoli, and also singing with him, learning from him the bhajans. She was an ardent devotee also of Pandarpur, Pandrinath, Vittala. And once the Namadeva's wife, or his mother, Namadeva's mother, she had asked Janabai to make the wheat, to powder the wheat, because the wheat has to be broken to make some dish. So the Janabai was grinding the wheat grain, And when she was grinding, it was quite difficult because she was a young girl. Quite difficult for the feminine hand to do such an intense hard work. And Perumal, the Vittala, he took pity on her because she always used to sing on Vittala. So Vittala came as a young boy, 15-year-old boy. And then she asked him, "Who are you?" "No, I saw you singing in the temples with Namadeva. I'm so fond of your songs. You may not know me. I would like to help you. You sing, I will just listen, but I will do the grinding." He was doing the hard work and she was singing. When Namadeva's mother heard that, she came out. She said, "Why are you singing and why are you asking him to do?" And she took a stick and beat her. Immediately the Vittola said, "Stop, do not stop her singing. She is singing for me." And Namadeva also came when he heard the boy's voice. And to Namadeva and rest of the others, he showed himself as the Vittala of Pandharpur. So here it goes to this Panaha. He changes the role as a servant to the devotee. Though he is the master, though he is the Sheshi, though he is the Supreme Lord, he became the servant to the devotee Janabai. He becomes subservient to the devotee. Says a Sheshi Baba, the Lord servant relationship that exists. While this is a natural relationship, he chooses to reverse the relationship and behave as if he is the servant of the devotee. Bharatiyar also is Kannan yen Shevakan. When Tirumaishi Alvar, when he asked the Lord to roll his bed, he rolled. When he said, "Come on, sleep here, get up," he got up. Lord Krishna himself says, "Udara sarvaye vaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astida sahi yuktatma mameva nuttamam gatim." 7th chapter 18th Slokam. I deem that man of knowledge, the jnani, to be my very Atma. He is my Atma, the jnani, the devotee, the Ashrita, the one who always thinks of me. For he is devoted to me alone as the highest end. Such a beautiful contemplation. With that we would conclude. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Dhanyosmi.